I had a phenomenal weekend. I had my first day where I wasn't at home during the challenge. I've not been at home many times over the last 3.5 years, and always do the 4:30 to 7:30 unless my son gets up a little early. Uh, but this was interesting. It was a party, new house. I don't know, there's maybe like 6 or 7 couples, bunch of kids. Um, the funny thing, I didn't realize how many people stayed over because I went to bed so early. Everybody else stayed up, and when I got up, I had to find a place to shoot. And I was like, oh wow, there's people there. There's people there. Whatever the case, I love a Monday after. So my wife and Flynn both left on Friday night, um, to stay there Friday, Saturday. So I got a bunch of extra work in too. It's not like I went out and had drinks when they left Friday. So I love coming into a Monday. I got so much done. Got all that extra time. So the 6 hours, morning, Sunday morning, and then Saturday I probably worked another 3 hours. So, and Friday night definitely an hour. So it's like 10 hours of work, right in that area, going into a Monday. Compare that to not doing anything and like trying to pick up where you left off and feeling like nothing's ever getting done or it's taking forever to get things done. Not over here. So there's different ways that you can keep track of things you're working on. I simply keep everything in a spreadsheet. Real simple, not even a spreadsheet, a Google sheet, just a list of all the different things, and I break them down into areas. Some people might call that like it's a form of agile, simple project tracking. It's like a backlog of things you're working on. You don't want to get up in the morning and not know what you're working on. You should wake up knowing exactly what you're working on. I know exactly what I'm working on today. You don't have to have it much further than the next day. Um, I'm usually, have an assortment, and I kind of compare it to, if you ride bikes, there's a Peloton or a bike trainer there. It can get boring, right? And I mean, some people would think getting up at 4:30 every morning could get boring, and certainly working on the same project could get boring. Um, unless there's like a deadline. But I like to mix it up. I like to get things to the finish line. I like to mix it up. Yesterday I read. It's great. Finished a book. I had a bunch of missing gaps in that book because I didn't read the whole thing. I just, I was so quick. I wanted to implement the ideas I was, searching for. So it was good to go back. The YouTube Formula, great book. The other thing I was thinking about too is sometimes you don't really see. You might get discouraged because you're not seeing quick benefit. And let me share a screen here. This is our organic traffic, and I don't know, when you're the compound effect builds, and then you hit like this growth curve. And I've talked in the past about kind of like with SEO, like when you're doing things you got to do, and it all sounds fun, like, oh, SEO, great, blah blah blah. But what you're doing is you're building a dollar value of traffic that you don't have to pay for because you're doing things to build that. So let me share my screen here. That red line is my SEO traffic, and these are competitors. So you're building, and then you hit your climb. So we're in this really great climb right now that it's hitting a good trajectory, and it's cool because it's that time of year that you want you want that going where it's going, because that's money. It's money every week. And um, the last bulk of things we've done haven't even registered in the search engines yet. So it's it's a lag of maybe like month or two. So we're in a business where things you're working on today don't turn into dollars for like 90 days, maybe, right? If not longer. That's why a lot of people don't make it in real estate. It's just they don't have enough money saved up, and they get into it, and it just doesn't. They run out of money before they can make it work. But this, like SEO, it just takes time, but phenomenal thing to just keep on building and working on and working on and working on. And that allows us to use our dollars differently. We don't have to spend so much in buying traffic because we're creating it organically. So um, it is 4:27. I feel great today. I'm working on more content today. We have working on the YouTube channel a bit, going back and making some changes to a bunch of videos that after reading that book yesterday. So a little maintenance on the YouTube channel, some content across a couple of different needs for content. So hope you have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.